Look, man, in almost everything that you do in life, your mind is gonna quit before your body does. And what I mean by that is your mental is gonna get tired before the physical aspect of life does. A lot of times, bro, the reason people fail is because their mind has prepared them or told them that they're gonna fail. Like 99% of the time, bro, your body is not tired. Your mind has just told it to stop. Your mind has just told it you're not ready. Your mind has just told it that you're not strong enough. Like most people don't fail because they're weak or because they're not ready or because, they haven't done enough or prepared enough to be where they want to be. But a lot of people fail because they let their mind convince them that they're not ready. They let their mind convince them that they're not strong enough or they haven't prepared enough or they haven't done enough to be where they want to be. Like they're letting their mind, run that when your mind is always the first one to give up. Like your mind will always quit before the body does. Your mind will always quit before you actually want to quit, if that makes sense. Like when things get hard, when things get tough, when you start to face a little adversity, bro, it's not your body or the physical aspect of life that breaks. It's your thoughts. When you're in the weight room and you're lifting a lot of weight or you're at practice or you're running a mile, whatever you want to do physical wise, bro, when you get to a certain point, your mind is going to tell you that, oh, this is too much, or I'm doing too much, or I'm tired, or I don't feel like doing this. Like we've all been to that point before, especially athletes, people who work out, people who run, people who, do athletic things on a daily basis. Like we've all gotten to that point where our mind has given out and it kind of shuts our body down. You know what I'm saying? The time in the moment that things get uncomfortable or things feel like they're too hard or things feel like we're not ready for that yet, your mind starts to look for a way out. Your mind starts to look for an exit plan. Your mind wants you to quit. Your mind wants you to stop. But if you push past or literally just straight through that mental wall, bro, like you'll be able to realize that you had a way more potential. You know what I'm saying? You had way more in you than you thought. You have way more in you than what your mind is telling you, bro. And when you get to those moments where you feel like you're gonna break, when you get to those moments where you feel like something is too hard, what I'm saying? Just remind yourself that pain is temporary, but discipline is something that's permanent. Like your body can handle the pain, bro. Your body can handle the toughness. What I'm saying? Your body can handle those hard times or those hard measures or the failures in your life. Like your body can handle that. But your mind is what hates the discomfort. Your mind is what hates those uncomfortable situations or the hard situations where you feel like you're not ready. Like your mind is what hates that, not the body. The body wants to get better. The body wants to get stronger. The body wants to be prepared for the next opportunity, for the next step. You know what I'm saying? So the key is training your mind or having a mindset that stays locked in no matter what the situation is. No matter if it may seem too tough, it may seem too hard, it may seem like you haven't prepared enough, or it may seem like you're not ready for the opportunity. Like, have a mindset that just stays locked in through everything. You know what I'm saying? Build that mindset through discipline, through consistency, through faith, through focus, through routines, through habits. Like, build your mind to stay locked in. You know what I'm saying? Because every time that you push through when your mind says stop, or every time that you push through when your mind wants you to give up, you strengthen your resilience. And resilience is a big thing that you need in life, to become the person that you want to become, to reach your goals, to become the best version of yourself. Like you need to be resilient. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always told y'all before, you're gonna fail 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? Failure is inevitable in anything that you try to do, but it's about your resilience to that failure. What are you gonna do after that failure? How are you gonna bounce back after you fail? You know what I'm saying? And 99% of that battle is won up here. It's won mentally, it's won in your head. Winners aren't built in comfort. I've spoke on that a lot. Like that's kind of a foundation of this channel. Like being comfortable is not good for you. Success is not built in comfortable situations. Winners aren't built in comfortable situations. They're built in the moments where they refused to give into the mind. Success and winners are built in the moments where you refuse to quit, where you refuse to give up no matter how much you may fail, no matter how many hard times you may experience, like you refuse to quit. And that's why winners are able to grow. That's why winners are able to get to the top, and be successful, whether it's in the gym, whether it's in life, whether it's in your faith. Like, your mind determines your limits. Your mind determines what's too much and what's not. You know what I'm saying? But you control the voice in that head that says, I can't. You control that voice in your head that says, keep going. Like, there's a big difference between I can't and keep going. Like, you want to be the person that tells yourself that you can do something. You want to be the person that tells yourself to keep going no matter what the circumstances are, bro. And that's the mindset that you got to build through consistency, through discipline, through faith, through focus, through resiliency, through routines, habits, like all that, bro. Build the mindset that tells you to keep going all the time, no matter what the situation is, bro, because you're always one step away from that next breakthrough. You're always one step away from that next opportunity. You're always one step away from, that door opening. But your mind is not going to allow you to get there if you don't train it and build it up in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Your body will allow whatever your mind leads. So if your mind tells you to quit and you want to quit, you're going to quit. But if your mindset is right and you've built that mindset up, bro, your mind is always going to tell you to keep going, and your body is going to follow that. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be successful, if you want to keep taking steps forward, if you want to go further, you got to strengthen this first. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else matters in life, in any situation, in any environment, if this is not right. You know what I'm saying? If your mindset is not right, it's going to be hard to grow. It's going to be hard to learn. It's going to be hard to adapt because you've already thinking about the way out. You're already thinking about the shortcut. You're already thinking about quitting and giving up, when things get hard. So just remember that the mind is always going to quit before the body does, but don't let the mind win. Don't let the mind control everything in your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the negative thoughts creep in and just mess up everything that you got going for yourself, man. Like, tell your mind, just keep going. Tell your mind to just don't give up and don't quit no matter what circumstances are. But, that'll be all for this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, go hit that sub button. We're on the way to 700 subs. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next one.